going to meet my chair,
Okay.
and we get the psychology club easy to sponsor.
That'd be good.
Yeah.
Okay. So what you're saying is, let me repeat so Dr. Ntenga can say, a collaboration with some of the Black ASU students, correct?
Yes.
Is it Black only, or do you guys mix it?
Our crowd is predominantly Black.
Right.
Yes,
Okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
So we're talking about self-hate
yes, ma'am.
within the community.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And so that's what we would need to know exactly. What time of the month, what dates you're looking at. Give 3.
Okay, so 2 events I know for a fact are coming up. Because self-hate was one, which I wouldn't mind doing another one. That was one topic. Another topic was the African heritage of a lot of Black students. A lot of Black students on our campus don't know anything of the African heritage.
Can we collaborate that with you?
For the history?
Yeah.
I think that'd be good.
Yeah. I really don't want it going towards, no, I'm going to say this. I don't want it going towards student affairs.
Well, no, because he's going to blow it off.
Yeah.
They're not going to do
we
that.
are not going to get.
So I think that would be good.
You are not going to get the support.
Right. We're going to itemize it under the psychology department and the history department.
History department.
So
we'll get more support that way, because what will happen is, if we are organizing it, it is easy for us to tell our students to go in there.
Okay.
And that's how we want support within that. So they could understand, like self-hate, like Dr. Tenge said, they're set to study about personalities, disorders, and everything like that. And it does start there, within self.
Yeah,
all right?
exactly.
Heritage, actually, that really, like I said, it'll be both history and psychology, really, because when people don't know where they are, they don't know where they're going.
Okay.
So you have to start with self. Is that how you guys go?
Yeah. I can tell you what's so interesting. I just discussed personality this morning with the students, where part of our personality is one group calls it socio-cultural. That means really the group you belong to determines your personality.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
That's how we normally end up with.
Well, we ghetto.
Exactly. Does gender affect personality? Yes, it does. Does race affect personality?
Yeah.
Yes, it does.
Okay.
Does religion affect personality?
Yeah.
Yes, it does.
Okay.
And those are the things we are looking at.
Okay. That's all about self-hate, because we have hate within religion, ourselves, you know what I'm saying? Especially blacks among blacks, blacks among whites.
Yeah, and then another one was the way we are thinking. What am I thinking about myself? And that really has to do with, do I know my history?
There you go.
Okay.
And I think it will really be good for the biracial students.
Yeah.
Because they don't know who they are. One day they feel they're white, one day they feel they're black, and they don't never fit in.
Yeah, we're going to do it. I have 8 students, and one of the things which is to our advantage in this program is I have 8 students in my personality class.
Okay.
They are going to be involved in here.
Right, and I'm going to make sure my students from history is into it.
Take one of the aspects, like the one you don't know where they come from, they don't know their history.
Okay.
It's easy to attach it to a personality theory.
There you go.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, I like the way that sounds.
But definitely, the psychology club will definitely be involved in it.
Okay. Now, also, a few of the students want us to also hit upon, in that same event, if we could do with African heritage, also with the Libya slave trade. Would it be possible, since that's something that's kind of currently happening? I know a lot of our students don't know. They know it's going on, but they don't know anything about it, where it originates from, what's really going on. Could that be talked about?
Where do you think we can get that? Can Google give us that information?
The information, right? I was going to say, let's look at the information, okay?
Exactly.
And as a student, are you still in ASU or you graduated?
I'm still here currently.
You're still a senior. Okay, as a senior, I want you to pull it up and you give it back to us. So Dr. Ntinga can look at the psychological part, and since he's from Africa, what better way, because he already knows how to live with that,
because
how the people
exactly
from Congo,
how
you know
they're getting over there. That's easy for me.
He can look at the psychological aspect, and then once you pull the information, you see what I'm saying, of which area, because that's a huge topic, and it gets very touchy. Yep. So we're going to look at that. You give us the information on what you want us to focus on, and then he's going to look at the psychological, and I can look at some of the historical and how the United States views it historically, but he can also bring it in as how people interpret it with personality disorders and how we are still carrying that information. Okay?
All right, that sounds great. Okay. And finally, with an event like this, would y'all be fine with doing an open discussion with the students for, most time we do it, we give them about 30 minutes at least. So that's required.
See where they're coming from?
Yes.
Yeah, you want
because you want to see where they're coming from.
You have to have open discussion.
And how they're thinking.
And throughout the whole time on open discussion, but at the end, it's really set for them to talk.
So they can stand up at the mic. They know if they want a question, they need to make a line, stand up at the mic, address the panel. Is that what you're saying?
Not necessarily.
Or everyone.
So for example, our last event, the way we did it was we had certain questions already set.
Okay.
We had maybe 5 to 10 questions already set about what we talked about tonight. And we might pose a couple questions at the beginning just to be brain teasers. But we have about 10 questions at the end just to pick people's brain. But also as well, if someone has a question during that time, they can ask it.
Okay.
And the way we'll set it up is it'll be a freelance. So if you have a question, and if a student feels that they have an answer, then you let the student answer. And on top of that, the professors chimed in as well. At our last event, we had about 6 or 7 history professors there. And so that way the conversation can never really get out of bounds. If someone did say something kind of off the wall, it will kind of, we could kind of get it.
No, that's not a problem.
So that's not a problem.
Okay. We have to have it open. Let the student ask questions and all of that.
Sounds good.
Okay.
All right. So what you're gonna get back with us on?
Just give us something
dates,
and then.
Okay.
What I will do is I will get you, and I will be sort of responsible. I will get Dingo to get us
the information to clear everything.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Dingo can help us from student affairs. When we introduce it, he will help. Yeah. But I don't want them to be in charge of it.
Right.
No.
Because it's gonna be haywire.
Yeah.
All right. So let's go. Today is the 12th.
12.
When can you get back with us? Can we give you a week to the 19th, and you give us a proposal of what all needs to be done?
Yes.
Okay. So let's do that. So we expect this, did you drop it off by that day? Okay. So we could go over it. Then Ntinga and I will get back. Remember, give us 3 dates. So we can see what's the best.
Okay. 3 dates.
Whatever's the best. All right. And then the 3 dates to make sure anything, because out of the 3, we got to collaborate on at least one of them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because this good Black History Month is coming.
Exactly.
That will be very good.
Okay. So 3 dates in
February. We have to make this happen in February.
Right, and really the first week will be really good before everything starts popping.
Yep. One of the things I can do is when we get Dingo, homecoming is that first week.
Oh, is it?
We can actually get one activity because they do student.
Oh, okay.
Student
so
activities.
That'd be good.
Yeah.
So what about that Wednesday?
Wednesday's still in January.
The first Wednesday of February.
That is the 7th.
Let's see what they have planned there. But if we have to go each student, it has to be like evening.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
Let me see what Dingo, because they are not planning any.
No, I know they didn't, because they should have been already up and posted. All right.
Now
let's say
your bell was the best over there.
Whatever.
You may not want to admit it.
Anyway.
You and Trump may not want to admit it.
You know what? He's in the shithole anyway. Right? Okay, so here we go. let's look at, but my thing is not too late, okay? Because students could come because they're looking for something to do after they eat.
Yeah.
So we're looking at what time.
It has to start at 7.
I was about to say 6.
6 and 7 would be the
7
best.
will be the latest.
Right. Let's cap it.
Start with 6 or 7, and normally the best crowds come on Wednesday or Thursdays.
Okay.
And that's something notoriously.
I think that's good. Okay.
So.
So you're gonna get back with us.